Alright, TikTokers and YouTubers. Kuda Bill here from MotorHeadMen. So this next video you're going to see is hopefully an inspiring video, and hopefully shoot down some of these naysayers on the internet. Because I got a comment about it'll never be pristine. Well, let me tell you something. You don't have to have a big fancy shop. You don't have to have a lot of money, especially in today's world. All you got to be willing to sit down, learn, and get it done. So stay tuned. This video is basically going to be a lot of pictures to share a story with you, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Alright, Motorheads, welcome back. So I'm going to try to get this this little video out and try to keep it short and sweet. Almost this entire video is going to be pictures because everything that I've done was done in the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. I'm 60 years old now. My restoration days are limited. Only because I want to do my I want to finish my cars and get out and enjoy the cars like I used to, and I just don't get the chance to do that. Never had the chance to get out and do that. So when I went to a car show, it was about selling car parts and making money. Now I want to go to a car show and enjoy it. So here we go. I'm making this video for several reasons. You know, the trolls on the internet are amazing. Some guys just have no clue. And they really don't bother me, but the way the things they say, I can see where it would really offend some people. So let me start out with saying somebody made a comment that a car that I was doing would never be pristine. So, and I don't know where they come up with that. It's hard to read people in comments, but you know. I would have to say, bullshit. Any car can be pristine. It depends on how much you're willing to put into it. And people say, oh, you're going to put more money in it than it's worth. It doesn't matter. Okay? The men that I've worked for hundreds and hundreds of men. You know, you're going to see all these pictures flashing over the screen of all the cars I've built over the years. And I'm talking a lot of cars. And I built them for different men. Men would always come to me and want a paint job or metal work done. Stuff they couldn't do in their own shop because they didn't know how. And back then tools and stuff were expensive. Well, nowadays we got YouTube and we got TikTok, and we got all these ways to learn, and now you can go to Harbor Freight and buy just about anything you need. So anyway, I finally got to a great big restoration house where I had room to do, you know, 8 or 10 cars at the same time. And that was the way to do it. You know, you needed 3 or 4 cars going at one time because if somebody ran out of money or if a project got stalled for parts, blah, 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 blah. Okay, but the point I'm trying to get to is, you know, I kind of took that comment, it'll never be pristine, that, why? Because you don't think I can restore a car like that? Or why? Because my shop's not pristine? You know, it's great to see all these big buildings and all these pristine, you know, shops and all these guys doing this stuff. And I'm not a guy that, it must be nice. Man, it's hard to put all this stuff together. It takes a lot of money to put all this stuff together. But it doesn't matter. I started out in the backyard with my father. We didn't have a garage. The garage we had that was connected to the old house was built for a Model A. Okay? It wasn't built to put cars in and to put regular sized cars in. It was a really little garage, and we did most of our work out in the backyard. And he restored a pristine military Jeep and taught me how to stick with it. And from there, I went on to bigger shops. Busted my ass to have bigger shops. But after some bad choices, after some mistakes, And after a divorce and then a bankruptcy, I walked away from it all. I gave it all up. Every single thing I had, I gave it all up and started over again. Moved way out in the country where I had property and a little teeny shop to start with. And luckily, a couple of my restoration clients came with me. You're going to see pictures of that. The one was a 71 hard, it was a 72 hard top that I took 71 convertible pieces to and cut down into a convertible. Okay? Luckily, I did most of the metal work at my old shop before I came to this shop. You'll see pictures of that. But then this guy from Canada contacted me, and he had been watching my stuff on the net and wanted me to restore a car for him. And that's the car. The very first picture of this video is going to be that car. This car was a disaster. It had sat in the woods in Canada forever. But it was a purple 71 big block 4-speed car, and this man wanted it done. So I undertook the project in my new shop. Little teeny freaking shop. Piece of crap. Wow. And my point is, it'll never be pristine. It all depends on the man with the passion to get it done. That's what MotorHeadMen's all about, is the men out there with the passion to get it done. My whole life, I've seen men with the passion to build things, and they'll build them anywhere. It doesn't matter. You know, I have traveled around the country and seen and met so many men with a great deal of passion that it doesn't matter if they spend more money than it's worth. They have a passion to build that car the way they want it. And that's where MotorHeadMen started for me, was all the way back to the military days of my dad and these military guys. These guys restoring World War II stuff in the 60s and the 70s, they were amazing. I mean, they would take this thing all the way back to the way they remember their military vehicle from World War II or something they fell in love with. And the same goes with cars today. You know, it's so great to see all these videos, you know, young guys getting into the muscle cars. Yeah, it's an expensive hobby, but if you fell in love with a car, man, the passion fires up inside of you, and you can do anything you want to do. I was very lucky to have this man from Canada give me this job, and some people, man, people have told me all the time, man, why are you fixing that car? It's not worth it. If a man has a passion, he wants that car, he's going to build it. So I was lucky. I was handed this job. At that point in my life, this was 11 years ago. At that point in my life, I had to prove to myself that it didn't matter if you had the big garage, because when I lost my great big shop, my great big facility, it was a shit show. It was a bankruptcy auction. It was just a mess. I had clients upset because I had to turn cars back. I didn't have, I was literally at wit's end between the mental things that happened to go through a divorce and all the other stuff. And when I got out here, I had to fix this shop up, I had to clean it up, I had to fix this property up, and I had to start over again. And I convinced myself that I had the passion to do it. And I guess that's the other point of this video. Man, if you got the passion and you got the strive, you can do anything. You know, even in your bad days, if you got to sit down. I did an interview with Don Garlis, and he told me something that stuck in my head. It's okay to sit down. It's okay to take a rest, but don't stay down. Get back up. And that's what this purple car did for me. And the comment, it's never going to be pristine. Well, you're going to see the pictures of this car going through its phases. It took me 4 years to get it done, and thank God the man in Canada was patient with me. And it ended up, he decided when we got it done, well, one thing led to another, and this car ended up going across Mecum auctions up in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. And me and my daughters were very proud to stand with this car at Mecum and watch it go across the auction block. Both of my daughters, my one daughter had helped me do the drivetrain of it. She was more of a motor girl. My other daughter did help me do all the body work. I didn't have the arm to wet sand as much as it needed wet sanding. And my one daughter, she was really good at taping, and she was really good at wet sanding. So she was always out there wet sanding. She learned a lot about wet sanding. But we got to see this car go across the auction block at Mecum. We kind of expected, you know, this guy had close to 90 grand in this car when he got it done. We kind of expected it to go closer than that, but, you know, these auctions, it's all about where they fall in line. This car went across the auction block at 9:15 Saturday morning. Wasn't a lot of people there. Wasn't the big bidders there. We ended up watching it sell for $36,000. And the man who bought it ended up taking it to Texas, Mecum. Actually, no, it was Las Vegas Mecum. We saw it again on TV. And it ended up selling for $96,000 on Mecum in Texas. So, or in Las Vegas. So, it was cool to follow that car after we released it. It was cool that me and my daughters got to do one more CUDA together, because they went on their life. They didn't help me do a lot on my CUDA, but my girl stuck with me. So there's the story. It'll never be pristine. Any man can build anything pristine today. It's just a matter of how much they passion they got inside them, and how much they want, and how long they're willing to wait to get it done. It doesn't matter the size of your shop. I've had guys say, oh, I don't have the room and the facility to do that. Wait till you see the pictures of this shop. The one part of my shop, we dug out to put concrete in, and when the man came to quote us on concrete, he said, that'll be 30 grand. Shit, it didn't get concrete. I had a bunch of old deck boards. I built up a deck in there, which was pretty cool, because when we washed cars, when we wet sanded, it was on top of a wooden, old wooden deck boards, and we could wash it off and do anything we wanted, and the water would run right underneath of it. So, never say that somebody can't do a pristine car because they have a facility or they don't have the knowledge. If a man has a passion to get it done, he'll get it done. So I hope you enjoyed this little video. I know it's probably long, mostly all pictures, and I'll be back with a lot more to share things I've done. 4 years ago, I went out and started building this website, and I went out and did some stuff to share with other men. I didn't do it for me. I'm not boasting on my build. My whole life has been dealing with men that needed help doing different things, and I was lucky enough to have the opportunity to work with these guys and help them get done to reach their car goals. So when it came to the point that I had to when I was physically forced to retire over my knees, I said, I'm going to go out and do the things I haven't been able to do my whole life. My girls were grown up. I've already done some of the things I want to do in cars. So a lot of the video that's coming up is stuff that I've done over the years that I want to share with other men. It's no bragging. It's no boasting. It's really about boosting up other men and maybe help convince another man they can do anything they want to do. So thanks for stopping by. I hope you guys enjoyed the picture video. And yep, it'll never be pristine. Well, you know what? I guess it's all I guess it's all in the hands of the man that wants to do it. So see you guys again soon. And let me add one more thing to this, guys. Ladies and gentlemen. In the 70s, 80s, and 90s, it was mostly all men doing this. I've only met a few girls that were into it. Since the early 2000s, I've been meeting more and more women who were out building their own cars and learning how to do it themselves. Some have helped their husbands, some get out there and do it themselves. So MotorHeadMen has nothing to do with just a man. My daughters got out and built their cars. My daughters still work on their cars, and I don't mean this aimed directly at men. It's amazing the girls and women I've met out there building cars today, and I've encouraged a lot of women to get out and build their cars, and have helped a lot of women learn how to work on their own cars. It's been a lot of fun doing that. So again, this is not just about men. Anybody who wants to build a car, get out there and do it. You can do it. Whether it's a new car, an old truck, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Start somewhere and learn how to fix it and build it the way you want. Because there's a lot of people out there that'll help you do it, whether you're a man or a woman. So again, thanks for stopping by. Like, subscribe, share, comment. I love talking to you guys. Again, I'm just an old timer who's trying to share stuff and maybe inspire somebody or make somebody smile. Thanks for tuning in. Until the next time. Kuda Bill.